So many of Sahajogis seated before my eyes, which are really covered with tears of joy and tremendous happiness. You have been blessed by the grace of God to become the real baptized, the real Muslim, the real Jew, the real Christian, the real Hindu. It was to be that in England, you had to establish Jerusalem. I need not tell you again and again how important is England in the play of divine. Those who are realized and have experienced know it, that this is the place, this is the country which has to circulate the spiritual powers all over the world. Even when I have traveled in Europe and other places, and I have seen so many seekers all over. In India, we have thousandfold more. Despite that, very special category of people are born in England. The heart of universe, where the heart has to love, has to radiate, has to circulate, carry all the dirt and filth to be cleared out again. It's nice to see how you all love me and how you have accepted my love. But I would like you to see that you have to love yourself. You have to respect yourself. You have to have self-esteem and not to be driven into crazy ideas of self-pity and guilt. The lethargy, what we call the left-sidedness, has to be thrown away. Just like a shell is thrown away by a bird when it comes out of its shell of an egg. The transformation has taken place, no doubt, but transmutation is the problem today. We have to change dramatically. All our misidentifications have to be dropped. We have to become what we have been aspiring for, which we have become. We have to assume the assumption has to be not only mental, but is from the heart. The day it will be in England accepted from the heart, the assumption which they have achieved, assumption of the powers, assumption of the state which they have achieved. That is the day, I would say, is the real beginning of a new era for the whole humanity. The responsibility is so great, so very great, that to realize it, you have to start loving yourself, having your self-esteem, understanding yourself. Now, the basic problem that the Sahajogis face in England is this. They blame everything to their ego. That this is my ego which makes me do this. This is my ego which makes me think like that. This is my ego that does this wrong. This is just the opposite. Because you want to blame your ego for everything. And that's how you do not want to go further with your progress. You think that you have been very much in the center. It's not. To be in the center means you must understand whether you have ego or superego, which is giving you this lethargy, this dullness, this kind of vague approach to things. The whole world is suffering from it. You can see it clearly. I was surprised when I went to Portugal that it's like a dead, desolate place, as if people have left us. It's improvise. They're going to come up. And this kind of desolate place, which is just decaying and dying, in the huge big buildings that were built there, is a reaction to the ego of the Portuguese. So there should be no reaction at all. There should be no reaction to what your forefathers have done or the way they have been very ego-oriented. On the contrary, to be on the center is to have self-esteem. To understand that you have got your realization now, that you have been blessed specially. To accept it with love towards yourself. If you are bent upon harming yourself, nobody can stop it. You have every right to do that. You have all freedom. But freedom and license are two things. Freedom has to be based on wisdom, and license is nonsense, as you understand. So, all the Sahajogis who are here, I have to just say one thing, that you have to change dramatically. Everything will change. We have certain habits we have developed. Some of the things are the blessings of the enterprises that have been floating, which are against a proper society. These enterprises have brought in funny ideas, which have ruined people, basically. You know those things very well. So no need to play into these people who just want to make money out of you. First of all, the spiritual, so-called people who are coming in this country to exploit you, to float some enterprises. You have to understand that God has no enterprise. The whole world is his own enterprise and his own thing. All such people who are indulging into enterprises and are harming your brothers and sisters, you have to be specially careful about them and dynamic so that you save them before they fall too low and it's impossible to get them out of the clutches of these horrible people who have. You invaded the East in an aggressive, open manner once upon a time. Now the East is invading you in a very subtle way. It's not they are invading you in your marketing or in your jobs. They are invading you in your brains. This has to be understood, that when these gurus and these fake people come here, they are just like the people who went from here to invade India, and they have better weapons than these people. They are enslaving you, and they'll enslave you in such a way that you can never rise from your slavery. India could rise, but you cannot rise out of that negativity which they'll be pouring on you. So be careful as to believe into anybody who says that I'm your guide and I'm your guru and you better give me so much money. Actually, a man who lives on your money is a parasite, in simple English language. Nowadays, I have to warn you, there are many lamas who have been driven out of Tibet. Some of them were lamas, some of them have become lamas. It has become a big craze. And they have come in this country also and have started very big enterprises by giving you courses in spiritual life. Ask them how much spiritual life they have. This is impossible to people to understand because it pampers your ego very much. Buddhism was spread by Buddha, not the ism, but Buddha's way of life. And he is the one who is the killer of your ego. The people who understand because it pampers your ego very much. Buddhism was spread by Buddha, not the ism, but Buddha's way of life. And he is the one who is the killer of your ego. The people who go to Buddha must know that your ego should not be pampered. On the contrary, he is all the time laughing the way people are ego-oriented. Now these people who are coming in the disguise of taking out your ego are putting horrible spirits in. I have to tell you very, very frankly. And making you feel very low, as if spiritually you are much lower than them, which you are not. You should not accept their dictates, none of you. Neither you should allow anybody to accept. Go around the whole place, the whole country, and tell them the message that these thugs have come from Tibet, where they were parasites on Tibetans, made that country a very, very poor country, and now they have come in this country to bring all kinds of curses upon. So be careful. They call themselves Rama, Lama, and all those things. I don't understand. What sort of spiritual life they lead? What sort of nonsense they teach? It is self-realization. Anything that happens to you, which is beyond your control, like any vision, like anything happening to you, which is beyond your control, is not your own. Person is driving a car and car goes into a slide and falls into a cliff. And he said, I have an experience. What will you say to such a thing? But the car is not in his control. But the person believes that he had a big experience because he had a big hit on his head. The things that are beyond your control are not your own. Self-realization is your own. Everything has to be in your own control. Like somebody starts jumping on the chair. He starts thinking, I'm flying. Do you fly that way? Do the birds fly that way? They know when to start and when to stop. Birds who follow these traps just start doing it by some force. And what is that force? Is the negative force one must understand. You should be in control of yourself. What happens to you? Is it completely under your control or not? Of course, if you are driving a car and you go to a particular beautiful place, it's a beautiful experience because you've gone there. But this is the way people are thinking that if you start jumping or if you start shouting or screaming and making noises is something very great. 90% of things that are happening in this country, you might call them occult, spiritualist, Pentecostalist, and all sorts of nonsense they call it by, is nothing but the spirits. You are not there. And then the reaction of it starts. And one of the first reactions, I must tell you, and warn you, is cancer. Don't these people. Don't warn them. Tomorrow, cancer and come to me, mother, cure me. I will not. Then you stop it. I'm warning you because I'm your mother. And these things look very charming and very interesting and something sensational. Whatever is the experience outside is not all God's experience. God's experience is only one of self-realization, where you become completely in control of yourself and you feel the energy of God flowing through. Now, the energy of God also some people say has to be hot. You have to feel hot. Some people feel that if you go to someone and you feel very hot energy coming from that person, is vibration. Now, any machine which goes out of order gives hot vibration. Any friction gives hot vibration. But to judge best is for you to see what happens in surgery. Supposing there's a cancer patient sitting, and there's a mad person sitting, and a one Sahaj Yogi sitting, or a born realized sitting. The person who has a cancer will give such heat that you'll have to put off your heaters. The mad person will give such heat that you will be amazed at the way the heat is coming, or maybe sometimes such frozen hands it will have. He'll have such weaknesses. His hands will be shaking. He'll become absolutely frozen. He'll go into a trance. His eyes will become transfixed. But a real soul, if he's a born realized, he'll get a cool breeze in a surgery. And you should find what sort of sources they have come. That's how relatively you can find out the absolute. The one who is suffering from cancer has got hot. The one who has been to a spiritualist and who is suffering from possession has got heat. So the one who has got the cool breeze is the one who is really realized. On this point, many people have very funny ideas, and I want to tell you clearly today that realization means cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. It is nothing else but that. You have to maintain this. As our habits are that we think mental activity can maintain it. It cannot. So the one who has got the cool breeze is the one who is really realized. On this point, many people have very funny ideas, and I want to tell you clearly today that realization means cool breeze of the Holy Ghost. It is nothing else but that. You have to maintain this. As our habits are that we think mental activity can maintain it. It cannot. Now this lady is wonderful. She came late and now she's going away. Why don't you sit down? Why do you want to disturb everyone? It's not the way, you see. No, you must make sense. This is not proper. Either you don't come, sit at the back, you must sit in front and disturb anybody. This is no sense of sitting. You sit at the back and go away. You see, this is not proper. You must have some civic sense. That is just showing off, I think, to come in front in the end and then to walk off. Yes, please, we can go out. I'm sorry, this is not the way to behave. It's not the way to behave. You have no respect for anyone. Please go out. So, I have to tell you one thing, that when you come to Sahaja, you have to find the reality. You have come here to find reality and not falsehood. And falsehood, whether you like it or not, I'm going to say. I have to say. Because I'm here for truth. I'm not for getting your votes or for any money or anything. And whatever is the truth is to be for your good. The truth is going to adorn you. The truth is going to give you joy. It is going to make you grow. It is going to make you something different. It is going to make you absolute. It is going to give you your purpose. And in this respect, if you understand Sahaja Yoga, then you will know that Sahaja Yoga is not a mental activity. It is not a mental activity we can do. For example, somebody might say that, how are we to do it, mother? I'm now possessed. I don't know how to get rid of it. By thinking I'm possessed, I must get rid of it, you cannot. It is beyond your mind. If you think by saying that I'm possessed, I should not be possessed, it will be cleared out, you will not. For that, you have to learn the technique of Sahaja Yoga after realization, not before. For example, this is the machine. And you put it to the mains. You must handle it after putting it to the mains, the technique that is divine. Unless you master the technique, the transition not be. For example, this is machine, and you put it to the mains. You have to handle it after putting it to the mains. The technique that is divine. Unless you master the technique that is divine, you will not be able to keep yourself in balance, and you will not. So that technique one has. That's why I say that transformation is very easy. To put this into the mix is very easy. Anybody can do it. But to make it work and make it work well and to utilize it fully, you have to know the technique. This part of it is very simple, I think. Can happen to thousands. Very easy. But the second part, you have to love yourself. You have to understand your value. You must know you are not here only for yourself, not for your sake, not at all. You are a cell which has to be connected to the whole, so that the whole should be substantiated, that the whole is to be helped, the whole humanity is to be helped. You have a very, very important role to be played. So you better know your self-esteem and responsibility and understand what you have to do. After getting realization, many people who get realization just disappear because they feel very happy. That's not good. That means you have not paid full attention to yourself. You have not loved yourself. You have not listened. If you have understood yourself, then you should try to go deeper and grow. Because every seed can grow into a great tree. We have to establish proper values of family life, where the family life gives that nourishment to the children to grow into spirituality. No forbidden things are there, but through vibrations you can control. When people have these cool vibrations, they feel so happy about it. They don't want to lose it. And for that sake, they work it out and the family systems improve. You have to give the model to the whole world, especially the Western world. You have to give them a new model of life, which gives them a proper, happy society and an enlightened society, which knows so much more, which has eyes, which is no more blinded by false ideas. All this science and all these things will drop out just like that once you know Sahaja. Because all this knowledge is just a wee part of it. In Australia, many people ask me, who came to interview me, that are your disciples all scholars? I said, no, they come from very ordinary life. None of them are scholars. Especially in in Australia, people are not also so well educated there here because they don't have Cambridge and Oxford, I believe. And despite that, they can beat any Cambridge and Oxford fellow here in the knowledge. The knowledge is there because of the light. Say I describe this room or England 21, who is not here, who cannot see how much his knowledge would be. But the one who has lived here, who knows it, who knows each and every part of it, knows it much more than a person who might have done his MA in India about England. It's only bookish knowledge. But here the real knowledge comes into it. The third thing is of experiencing, which is very important. What have you to experience? Many people say, Mother, what should we experience? To begin with, the thoughtless awareness that you get when the Kundalini rises about this point called as Agya Chakra. As I have told you, the Agya Chakra is one of the most important chakras we have got, where resides our Lord Jesus Christ. And why it is so important is this, because he is put there, or we can say the grace has adorned this chakra with his being, that when the Kundalini rises, he is awakened. And when he is awakened, he can suck your ego and superego, all your conditionings, all your past karmas, and all your future problems. A circle. But that is not possible if you just ask somebody who is from a theological college to baptize. That's artificial. That's not real. Real baptism, you see the Kundalini rising in you. It's a living process of a living God. Just like a seed sprouts, your Kundalini sprouts and you feel it on your head. Actually, feel it on your head, the cool breeze coming out. And this should happen to you, otherwise, it is not a realization. Now the experience, the second one you get is the cool breeze coming out here and cool breeze in the hand. Those people have a weak center here. Do not get this cool breeze. Some people got it after 2 months, 3 months, makes no difference. But you get the cool breeze here, and after that, when your hands are sensitive enough, you start feeling them in the hand also. And also you can feel your centers. But those who can feel in the hand are also very developed people because they can feel all these centers of other people and their own within themselves. This is the physical experience, means in your central nervous system. This you feel in your consciousness. This is the first experience. No other experience like seeing an aura around me or a light around me or something else like Buddha, Christ or anything. This is no experience. This is going out to the left or to the right. In the center, you feel the cool breeze and a cool breeze from you. This is the physical experience. Now what happens to the eyes? Eyes become sparkling. They sparkle. A Sahaja Yogi has a sparkling eye. This is a physical expression. It cannot be anything else. If somebody you find his eyes are very dull, then you should know that his realization has gone down or he's not yet realized. Eyes are sparkling and joy. This is only on the physical level, I would say. But in the beginning, the first experience that one starts getting is so physical and so innate, so built in, that you are amazed. Then you start working on other people. Say you start working on a particular person. And you say, oh, it's moving, it's coming, it's done, it's there. Then you start seeing how the person is imbalanced. How his one side is more, one side is less. How he has problems on his centers. The knowledge about the people, knowledge about everything. Like say this flower arrangement. Is it all right or no? Is it all right or not? If it is all right, you start making vibrations from there. Anything that is you think is beautiful may not, might be very ugly. Through vibrations you will know that it is. Like say Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa is a thing. I mean, she's not one of these modern beauties or anything. But why she's appreciated so much? If you see the vibrations of Mona Lisa's paintings, are very good. So your knowledge about things starts, means discrimination increases, and you start understanding. And this is the first experience for your brain. You start understanding people, you start understanding problems, you start understanding the problems of the whole world in a way as a spectator, as a victim. You start seeing the whole thing as a victim. And then when you start seeing that, I mean, you become its actualization. Then you start enjoying the joke, understanding the whole. You sometimes are amused. Oh, I was the same, and now they are the same. This rat race, this madness, and this emotional plays, and these ego trips, and everything you start seeing it so clearly because you have been through, and you start seeing, and it abuses. It's full of amusement and mirth and joy. Then you start seeing it also as a tragedy that some people is. The compassion starts growing. Start feeling what are they doing? When are they going to crash this? Sometimes I'm very happy when people try to tell me about others that mother have compassion for him because he's doing it in his inner life. So I know that. I am compassionate, no doubt. But when somebody says, I makes me very happy, you become generous, absolutely generous. You do not bother about counting your penny, but you think, what can I give? What can I give to this person? What should I give? You are sitting down, you see a person thirsty, immediately you rush for a water and bring it. Or else, otherwise, normally people shout and scream and abuse. No, you become very kind, gentle, and you feel the another person's need. Immediately you run to it, you work on it. This starts working on your emotional level then, gradually, when you start working on others. You start feeling for the whole world. Oh God, what's going to happen? Thousands are getting lost. How are we to save them? You start thinking about them and how to work it out. Then you start praying to God that, oh God, save them. Make them also enlightened so that they enter into the kingdom of and a new type of emotional flowering comes in and the fragrance of your virtues, which becomes so much vibrant when you are real. Your virtues, you enjoy them. You enjoy to be truthful. You enjoy to be moral. You enjoy to respect others. You enjoy. When virtue becomes enjoyment, then the joy is complete. Then everything is such a joy. The whole thing is such a joy. The whole meeting is such a joy. And you become collectively joy. Then you do not have very individualistic idea, my house, my room, my holiday, my. Then becomes ours. Start talking ours. We don't mind any inconvenience. You see, I travel in India into villages, you know that. And we have to live in all conditions there. And you people are used to so many comforts. You just forget. Because this love, this compassion, and this joy is too great to be sacrificed for any comfort of the world. And that joy, once it dawns upon you, you become so generous that you want to enjoy with others. This is the dream of Jerusalem that I see in this England. And I hope that the people who are wise, who are understanding, will come down to Sahaj Yoga and see for themselves how they can transform this country into a new world. Now, I'm on my way to America. I'm again amused at it because the people in America have different types. I mean, English are difficult to crack, no doubt, that's true. But they are a bit too steady people, you see. They have very fixed ideas. They are people of fixed attention. For example, a person is not wearing a proper tie, for them it upsets them, you see. They are very formal people, and that's how there are different types of people. They won't accept anything readily. That's a good thing in a way, not to accept any, because mostly you accept all nonsense very readily. But Americans are the different type. They accept everything readily and give up readily. They have a guru shopping on. All the time they are shopping for guru from one to another. And just like as I told you, they are fixing up their screws. And even when the machine stops, they are fixing up their screws. They are that type of people. So it's a very shifty sand that I'm going into. And you have to use your now solidarity, I would say, your fixations that you have in the faith, true faith, enlightened faith, that this world is going to change, that we are achieving it for the whole world. This will substantiate my work there very much, I know. And then their changing and their transformation will be very, because wherever you, whatever you, your attention should be fixed on your absolute, that is your spirit, which is unchangeable, which cannot be destroyed, which is eternal. And that's why the English have to do something about it, to fix their attentions properly onto the spirit. Say that I am the spirit, I am the spirit, and I am the spirit. This will help a lot. You know, you are the channels for this work, for which I am going to America. And I'm sure we'll be able to fix them in their proper places. They know how to fix everything. You see, they talk like this: I'll fix your breakfast, I'll fix your lunch. And they fix you up everywhere. It's like a machine, they're fixing you up. Like you are going to the airport, they'll say, now all set. No, you said, you all set, what more? Have you given the keys? Yes, all done, everything done. All set, all set. You start wondering, where are you? Where are they setting you to moon or what? So they are like that. But they are simple people in some ways because they have not yet learned lots of cunning things. Because they never invaded any country. I think you picked up lots of things from other countries also when you invaded them. And they are simpler people. But simple people can be simpleton also. And that's why you have to see that wisdom must be brought to them. They are all the children of God. Everyone is different ways. But so all of them have this possibility and the spirit lights star shine. And I'm going with very great hope. I'm sure you'll be able to do something there. And with all your good wishes and love, I'm sure definitely you will get very good news from Ahmed. May God Today is the day I'm living, and I'm very grateful to all of you for taking it up so seriously and working it out and arise in a way to your responsibility and try to love others and also love yourself and be drenched in the divine love. Now, if you have any questions, you may ask me about it, and I'll try to answer them. But the whole Kundalini and all that, is a very big subject on which I don't know. I must have now by now given about 501 lecture because if you review today, and there are all the tapes with you. In any case, it's better to get the book Advent to understand for new people, and also some of the tapes to see about the details of Sahaj Yoga. May God bless you. May I have some questions? Trini is within, is placed in the triangular bone, and is your holy mother, who is anxious to give you the second one. And she rises because there must be something about me that she rises and she gives the realization. Now, that is a mystery in the beginning. So forget it. Doesn't mean. Once you get your realization, then you discover the mystery. It's much better. I must be something definite. Otherwise, how can it be that thousands of people get realization? That's the only conclusion you can come to. But nothing to be afraid of. I'm just like you, okay? And there's nothing to be worried about. But there's a mystery. So for that, you have to rise little higher. When you establish yourself first, it is only thoughtless awareness. We call it as Nirvichar Samadhi, where you have got thoughtless, enlightened consciousness. By that, you can raise the Kundalini of others, give them realization, flow people, do lots of things. But then another state of being comes up, which is called as doubtless awareness, which is called in Sanskrit language as nirvikalpa. When that matures, and you can't say when, it's not timing, it's the way you mature. See, when does the proof come in? When it matures. So when you mature up to that, then you are given the clues, the mystery of Sahaja Yoga, which are to be given only after doubtless awareness. So first you have to rise from thoughtless awareness to doubtless awareness, which is a state of your mind or anything. It is a state by which you start expressing dynamic powers. And when that happens, only the higher knowledge of Sahaja Yoga, which is given to you. Then you become a guru yourself. You become the guru. You become the master. And then you start. You may say that before you start driving a car and understanding it, you play with the brake and that's it. Gradually work it out these two powers. Then you become sort of a little bit balanced. Then you are appointed as a learning driver. Then you have given a certificate at all right. Now you are a guru, but you are serious. But then when the master sees that you are such a good driver, he is such a loving father, that he gives you the master. And that's how you become a guru. All of you can become guru, and there are many gurus sitting behind, which are very great. And that's how you all can become gurus. You don't have to grow any horns for that, and no funny dresses. You have to be absolutely normal people, but inside, you are the guru. Guru means the one who has the magnet. And the magnet is that where the iron, the ordinary one, is touched with a spark. And that spark, once you become that, then you become the Guru. Now the question. What did she say? Can you somebody come and tell me? Say, you are beautifully dressed. Yes, yes. Will be good like that. You wanted my address. I heard only dress, so I said, no, no. You can take my address from these people. But you see the yes. It's not the years that matter. You see? But tell her that you see, yes, if she's truthful, she's honest, she will. Definitely. I'm sure she will. Because there are so many things in India, even in Rangoon, who know about this. And they are very much sensitive too. But one has to be real yourself and not just a so called thing. That's the point. So I would like, Lisa, you can take my address. I thought you were saying how should I dress for the program. All right. Okay. You can get it from Mr. Gavin Brown. And he had also put in there. Any other question, please? Are you feeling the cool breeze in the hand? Good. Put it now. Please put your hands like this. 5 minutes time. Just have it. If you take out your shoes, it will help you little more, get it faster. Because the mother earth takes your problems much more. Start it over. Start it. It will work out. You know, just take out your shoes. You'll help. You must help yourself. You see, just take out your shoes. Put your hands like this. And put both the feet on the ground. That's very good. It helps faster. I feel. Hmm? Close your eyes, please. Now, just now we have started the meditation, all right? You can get later on, all right? Please close it. Put your hands like this. See, the questioning is all right, but I would say that it's not a mental action, all right? So even if I answer all your questions, you may not get realized. Let's just get realization once for all. Then we'll answer all your questions. Please put your hands like this. Let's see. Let it work out. It's better to work it out first. It's very simple. You cannot do it with mental action. It has to work out. It is within you. It jumps like a spring and works out. Now, this gentleman is sitting here. He does not it like that. He didn't ask any questions or anything. Just like that. You see, it's all right. Because I know the mind is such a funny thing. It goes on asking questions. But just ask him to keep quiet for a while. Your mind say that for a time. Can you keep quiet? Let him have this experience. Then we talk about it. By talking, it won't go. All right? So be kind to yourself. Please put your hands like this and tell your mind to be kind. Because it thinks all the time. Close your eyes. Let it work out. It will work out, you know. I'm sure. Just shut up. Tell your mind that for the time being, can you keep quiet for the time being? You have to help yourself. You have to tell your mind. There is nothing to doubt because I have nothing to take from. If I was to take anything from you, then you can doubt. There's nothing selling you. See? So we should give up the attitude of a shopper. If you have come to receive your something. Now put your right hand on your and ask the question, Mother, am I the spirit in your heart? Close your eyes, answer the question. Mother, am I the spirit? Believe me, you are. But you ask the question, what you are very spirit. Whether you are the spirit or not. Just say, am I the spirit? Okay. One thing is that not to feel weak at all. Because that is how you don't love us. Just say, Mother, I'm not weak. Try to say, Mother, I'm not. Don't say, I'm here. Do all the jobs. So you shouldn't worry about these things. Then free. Say that, Mother, I'm not weak. Not at all. I'm not at all weak. Now ask the question. Whether am I the sin? You have to forgive. Forgive others. Just say, Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive. It's a big load. I forgive everyone. It's a very big load on the spirit. I forgive everyone. You have to forgive everyone. Forgive yourself. Do not get angry with yourself. Say, I forgive myself and I forgive everyone. Because you are the spirit. Spirit is not easy. And spirit is forgiveness. Spirit is ocean of love. Spirit is the ocean of compassion. You have to become that. Once you become that, then all these minor things, trivial things, will drop off. Now you put your right hand on your head and see if there's a cool breeze coming up. Left hand towards me and right hand. Looking above your fortunate bone area. Just see if there's a cool breeze coming. Just push it like this. I'm giving you all the balance. That's all. Let's see. Is there a cool breeze coming in? Move your hand and see. There's a cool breeze coming in. Further and backward. Coming. Good. See now. Is it there? Some people might get a little heat. Doesn't matter. The heat has to go up. See first. Isn't it? Good. Good. One by one, all of you do it. If there is heat, to take it out like that. If there is heat, maybe some people might have some heat coming out. If there's a heat, take it. Heat is due to friction in life, tensions in life, problem, physical, mental, emotional. Is it coming out? Huh? Think about it. Those who have got it can put down their hand. Those who have got it can put down their hand. Good. In both hands. Good. Nothing. Is it there? There. There. How many are new people today? Please raise your hand so the third degree can come and come. Raise your hand. Those who are absolutely new who have come. Absolutely new who have come. Please raise your hand who have come for the first today. Who's got it? Who's got it? What is it? Hatha yoga, you mean? You mean Hatha yoga that we study here is very physical. Which one? Huh? Which book are we read? All right. So, but I just wanted to see if you have got the realization. For that, they all will have to see whether you have got realization or not. They are just like you, but they have got their vibrations. And they are in it depth. So they are seeing that. Imagine, the 75% people sitting here are realizing. Can you believe it? Maybe 80%. Oh, you are all here? Happy to know. Hello? Roxana has come? Roxana has to come? Where is she?